Hello, I'm Johnny Rowland, your host of The Shooting Show. Welcome to today's program, friends. We're looking at one of our mech techs, and incidentally, we have a great deal on dot scopes. Supposedly, we're going to have iron sights available for the mech tech sometime this next month. Sometime, actually, because this is Wednesday as we're taping this. So hopefully by the first week or so into September, which the first show will actually run in September, we hope to have iron sights, which if you've already got a mech tech, you'll be able to purchase the iron sights direct from them, and you can just slip them on your gun. We have a great deal on dot scopes. We can offer a 42mm dot scope. They look real good. We've sold quite a few of them already, have them on quite a number of mech techs, and we've got a deal for $72 plus $5 shipping. So for $77 complete, we can send these to you if you would like to have one of these BSA compact dot scope, and they're really have a real good sight picture, a real bright red dot. It's interesting, friends. Of course, we've got a lot to cover on today's program, and these programs are short. We picked up a new cable station in Canada over the weekend, and it was most interesting. We had a lot of people, and we have a lot of great Canadian viewers. And folks, I tell you, we feel for you because we know what's happening in Canada right now. They're looking at gun confiscation. It's just outrageous what's happening, and we wish this fellow he's a retired mounted policeman that is advocating civil disobedience to some of their new gun laws. Now, what's happening in Canada is similar to what's happening here in the United States. You folks in Canada are a little further along with your gun confiscation than we are here. But you see, the liberal socialist politicians are not listening to their constituents. They're listening to the globalists coming from the evil United Nations. And friends, bear in mind that there's a meeting going on for the next few days at the United Nations, and they're going to try and put a charter in place that will essentially obsolete every constitution, every national charter throughout the world. And for those people who have thought, well, the United Nations, that sort of sounds like the United States. Wait a minute, they're not us. The United States is only one member, and remember, the charter for the United Nations was written by a convicted Soviet spy. You folks in denial, you need to think about this. It was written by a convicted Soviet spy who was working for Joseph Stalin himself. Matter of record. It's a matter of record. KGB opened their files. It's incredible we're even in this evil organization. And yes, one of the things they're going to do is they're going to take away the permanent veto status of those on the so-called Permanent Security Council. It's going to be gone. We're just going to be one country out of hundreds of votes will be one vote in the evil United Nations. They're planning a worldwide tax. They're going to raise $1.5 trillion, whole bunch of zeros, $trillion a year through an international monetary tax. And friends, the globalist bankers, they're going to put this into effect if they can. Now, we can stop it, our Congress, what's left of them, and hopefully we're going to get a different regime. Hopefully we're going to get a different administration. I hope, because the Goreites are going to go right along with this. Oh yes, I'm Al Gore, I'm your globalist. No, we don't want that. We are in very difficult straits. One of the folks who called in, one of the Canadians, who had never seen a shooting show, it was pretty funny. He said, "I see a very angry man." You doggone right I'm angry. You've seen nothing yet. They're trying to steal our country. The internationalists are trying to destroy our Constitution. You hadn't seen angry yet. Not from me, and not from so many Americans. And unfortunately, those people with their heads buried in the sand, if they don't care about their country, I wish them luck with the globalists. Go somewhere where you can be global. Call up Ted Turner, rent a space on one of his airplanes. It's great. But let me tell you what, we as Americans are not going to let this go. We're not going to lose our Constitution without a fight. We're not going to give up our national sovereignty, which is happening. If you're totally unaware of that, and I'm sorry, I know a lot of you folks, some of you folks in Canada who have not seen our shooting shows are way behind on the news. You don't know what's going on. Well, we're trying to tell you, you folks are in a lot worse shape so far. Look, we're not that far behind you here in the United States. Friends, it's got to be stopped now, this evil. Yeah, you darn right I'm mad. Yes, I'm angry. And you ought to be too. If you'd like to help us stay on the air, if you'd like to help us reach more people, we've got to, friends. Because you know what? We can't wake everybody up. We can't wake everybody up. But we can wake some of them. It is a numbers movement. We've got to have numbers that we as alert and aware gun owners don't have now. We can do it through television. We can do it. We're working on our own network. You know that. We've got our own equipment. And we're going to have a gun-friendly, Judeo-Christian-friendly family network. And, you know, they may send a missile in on top of us, but they're going to have to do it. They're going to have to do it. Friends, if you'd like to help us stay on the air, you can by calling our shooting show number or by sending any donation you possibly can to the shooting show, 327 Irvin Rowland Road in Duberly, Louisiana, zip code 71024. We certainly appreciate your consideration because, you know what? Because of our viewers, because of other concerned Americans. That's how we're here. Because of the people who are concerned at Georgia Arms, concerned at Gun Owners of America, concerned at Choate Machine and Tool, concerned at Boresight, concerned at a lot of other people, Clark Custom Guns. We're very, very concerned about what's happening. We've got to get our message out. And you know what? If we don't get our message out, we don't get people active, we're going to lose. We're going to lose it all. Let me show you something. Watch this. Sign my name. Okay, now watch. I'm going to take off my D here on Rowland. Watch this. Now, friends, that could be, in the minds of someone, this might be a magazine. This might even be a pistol grip. Maybe I just felt like doodling. Maybe that could be a magazine. Maybe that's a gun barrel. Guess what? If I was a school student, we had a young man expelled here in Louisiana, right here. Had a young man expelled because he drew something that might be a gun around his signature. If I was a school student, I could be expelled from school. I could be put out of college. If I was doodling on a napkin in the post office, I might be fired because they're scared to death of anybody with guns. Friends, this is insane. This is insane what's happening to us. What's happening to our society? Have we all become cowards? Have we all lost our mind? Have we all become idiots? No, we haven't. No, we haven't. We haven't all. But to expel somebody from school for just doodling something that, well, maybe that's a magazine, well, that might be a trigger, that might be a pistol grip. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. They've got to be stopped. Help us stay on the air if you can.
Stay tuned for more of The Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new Georgia Arms catalog. It is out now, and on the cover we have a memorial to Jim Clark Sr. certainly a great friend of ours, a great friend of the folks there at Georgia Arms. We really appreciate their consideration. But people need to know about wonderful personalities like Jim Clark Sr., and certainly we do miss him. The new catalog is out, and it is exciting. Let's take a closer look. Fans, looking inside, we of course see these great bargains at quantities of ammunition, and yes, we see the shooting show. We also see our pistol kits on sale, and we're up to 3 loads now for the 460 Rowland. So all kinds of great ammunition here in this Georgia Arms. In fact, here we are, yes indeed. Many other calibers available though. 45 auto rim, you don't see that everywhere. I tell you what, 41 Magnum, 454 Casull, they will even sell you components for your loading bench. Just a terrific company. Remember, friends, they have been supporting our project for all these years, and we really appreciate their participation. You can call Georgia Arms at 1-800-624-6861. Get a free catalog, and please remember to tell them that you saw it here on our program. Friends, this is the new Shooting Times magazine, and this is great. Look what we got right here. The 460 Rowland, and yes, we got a tremendous article inside here. Let's flip over to it. Here we go. And an excellent article here on our 460 Rowland cartridge. They call it a 45 ACP on steroids. Well, it's not a lot bigger, but let me tell you what, it is for real a lot stronger. A very nice article by Dick Metcalf here in Shooting Times magazine, 5 pages article in the October issue, October 2000. We ask you to look for it, and we really do appreciate. Let me tell you what, no, we didn't spend 10 cents. They did this on their own. Of course, the article is now somewhat dated information, but it's still a good magazine article, and we really appreciate Shooting Times putting us in there. We ask that you pick up a copy wherever you see it on sale. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're down here in the dark, and my gun's on slide lock here because we're doing a little handling in the dark, and we want to be sure where everyone is. We don't want to point a gun with a closed slide anywhere near anyone else on the range here. Anyway, let me tell you, if the anti-gun people, if they got excited about last week's show, they're going to love this one. This is really going to get them in a lather, let me tell you what. Anyway, friends, the reason we're down here in the dark is there's a good possibility that if you have a conflict, if you have to defend yourself or your home, there's a good possibility that it will be in the dark. So you need to think about these things. We're going to briefly look at what is called the Harry's technique, where the handgun is over a light and my little finger is on the light switch, so you can actually see your sights with the Harry's technique, and it gives you a pretty solid platform. Let me let you see what it looks like through the camera. And yes, I realize we're here in the dark, but still, let's see if we can look at this just a little better here. See, my hand is resting over my flashlight hand, and I do have a stable, see that sight picture? You can see it, we've got our light flashing here. Now friends, actually it's more stable than you might think. Of course, this is a long flashlight too, but it's still handleable. But it would be a natural, it's more natural than you think, but you would get in the relative vicinity of your target, flash your light on, you get a flash sight picture, and fire the gun. Now then, something else. You shoot the gun one time, you may have multiple adversaries, they may be armed. So what do? You turn the light off and you move as quickly as you can with the light off. If you move like this with the light on, guess what? Your adversary can watch your light, and they figure, heck, you're holding the light, they're going to shoot at your flashlight. And there's a good chance they may hit you. So shoot, turn the light off, move quickly. And if you continue your movement, shoot again, maybe get in a different position. Something that might save your life. Let's see how it looks. We'll leave the lights on temporarily. Let's see how it looks. It would look something like this. We fired one round, we had a good hit. We'll move over in position quickly. Light on, light off, quickly. Change position, light on. and we have all good hits. Well, let's see it in the dark, see how it looks. Let's watch it in action. Flashlight. Light out. Boom. Light on. See, friends, we had two good hits here. In fact, we have good hits. That's close enough right here. Good hits over here. In literally just using a flashlight and the Harry's technique. It does work. It takes a little bit of practice, and certainly if you get a chance to go to the range at night, remember, this may be where your confrontation comes. Just for fun, since we're here,
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
Project Exile has been heralded as the way to do something about crime without succumbing to demands for more gun control. Project Exile legislation recently swept through the U.S. House of Representatives by a vote of 358 to 60. I believe that 358 representatives voted wrong. Project Exile is not going to decrease the demand for gun control. It is a call for zero tolerance and 5-year prison terms in the enforcement of existing gun control laws. Here are some existing gun laws. Attaching a 2 or more round extension to a post-ban Glock pistol magazine, attaching a flash suppressor, folding stock, or bayonet lug to certain household firearms, accidentally carrying or possessing a weapon with or without a state license into a federally prohibited area, such as near a school, driving to another state to give a family member a handgun without going through the instant check registration scheme, possessing a gun while subject to a restraining order, regardless of the absence of violence and without a trial or any legal adversarial process having taken place, committing any minor infraction of any unconstitutional federal gun law. Two very well-known cases of the zero tolerance type approach embedded in Project Exile are Ruby Ridge and Waco. At Ruby Ridge, federal agents killed a boy and a mom holding a baby. They came down on the Weaver family because Randy had sawed off a shotgun 1/4 inch under the federal limit, and the jury found that Weaver sawed it off because a federal agent persuaded him to do so and thus was not guilty. At Waco, 85 church members were killed over the possibility of a non-registered machine gun on premises. All that carnage based on federal records that the head of the records department admits are wrong 50% of the time. Project Exile also represents a transfer of street crime jurisdiction to the federal government, even though the founders very clearly intended for it to be excluded from federal control. The Project Exile bill gives money to states which agree to meet federal standards or turn their jurisdiction over to the federal government. Rather than Project Exile, how about a zero tolerance for all Second Amendment infringements? Let's have Project Repeal of all federal gun control. And from Washington, this is Larry Pratt.
Friends, remember, Gun Owners of America is helping to keep our project on the air. For more information on them or to join, call 888-886-GUNS. Free call 888-886-4867. Please remind them that you saw it on our show.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see I have a little case here, just a little lightweight black soft bag, but let's see what's inside this particular case. Now look at this. Isn't that neat? This is the new Feather USA RAV-22 or RAV-22. And a number of you will remember from years past, the Feather Industries company built a very neat, very lightweight takedown 22. Well, I tell you what, a much larger company has now purchased Feather, and they're back in business and making superior quality guns. Just amazing stuff. Let's show you how this little Feather 22 semi-automatic goes together. We'll just remove the Velcro tabs, friends, and we're going to pull the stock off the front there. Easily done. And we've got a little tab to remove the barrel retainer nut here. And in fact, you have an option. You can have a full length barrel shroud, or you can have a half barrel shroud. Many options on these little guns. A terrific concept. Let me tell you, they're super lightweight. Anyway, here's the barrel. This is so simply done. Let's go ahead and put this one together. Just slide the barrel in place. In fact, you just about can't do it wrong. I suppose somebody could try, but you just about can't do it wrong. Has a little detent there. And we're going to go ahead and install the full length barrel protector here. And we have a little spring-loaded lock here to keep it in place. And we'll take the stock and just go ahead and slide it into position here. Just takes a moment. Now our gun's together. Isn't that neat? And yes, Feather still has some 20-round magazines. They also have 10-round magazines available, but just the slickest system. Now, we're short of time on today's program. We wanted to show you this, and of course we have a scope, and we have a sight mount here that still lets you use your open sights. Now friends, the Feather guns are available in a number of different configurations, and one of the neat things, you know, I'm all for adjustable stock, because for some of us, people are made different sizes. We wear different size clothes, we wear different size shoes, we have adjustment on the seats on our automobiles and our steering wheels. Well, why not have an adjustment on the stock on a gun? Neat concept. All you have to do to reset it, you have a little tab here. If it's too long, you can push it forward for another. You gain about an inch there, or lose about an inch in length. Really a great idea. So simple, and it only weighs 3 pounds. You can carry this in your backpack. You can carry it for a survival situation, and so far they're showing up to be really accurate, and the fun quotient on these is off the chart. Friends, we'll look at the different finishes available. Of course, here are a couple right here. This is camouflage, and another color of camouflage here. And of course, here's your basic black in a kit that has not been assembled yet. Of course, basic black goes with about everything, I suppose, but very neat options from the Feather company. Friends, looking through the Feather catalog here, you'll notice here's one version of the little gun, and they have a number of other versions that are available. And yes, they make a 9mm and a 45 ACP, and soon we hope to have a 460 Feather offered by this company in Eaton, Colorado. Here's their phone number. If you'd like more information on the Feather takedown rifles, you can call them 1-800-519-0485. Again, 1-800-519-0485 for Feather USA.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
Friends, you can call Choate Machine Tool 1-800-972-6390. Remember, you get your choice of the executive ice scraper or the executive letter opener for only $2. By themselves, it's a $5 value. When you call for a free catalog, you can get your choice of the executive ice scraper or the executive letter opener here. Multi-purpose tools, as we've showed before. You can get both of them for $4, a $10 value, when you call Choate Machining Tool 1-800-972-6390. And please remember, you have to tell them that you saw it on our show here. Something else we'll show you exciting from Choate Machine Tool, of course, our MechTech. We're going to have Choate stocks available in the near future for the MechTech, and we're really excited about that. This is the standard stock. I put my own additions here, and the Choate stock is a perfect match. We think it's going to be an option that a lot of people will want on their MechTechs, the Choate stocks.
Friends, we want to remind you a broadcast copy of our shooting shows are available from Jim's House Videos, area 318-869-0439, of course on the internet at www.jimshousevideos.com. Also, we have copies of the MechTech tape as well as the 460 Rowland demo tape. You can purchase them also from Jim's House Videos. And now for our support group, we have Custom Leatherwork in Saddlery in Denham Springs, Louisiana. All kinds of leatherwork. Their number is area 225-667-9225. And for your communications needs around the Albuquerque, New Mexico area, you can call Brooks Communication, area 505-888-2929. And for a copy of our GRA shooting scenario rules and also firearms training in South Carolina, you can call Dennis Crocker, area 864-587-8722. To have your gun stock painted, you can call Camouflage Technologies, area 909-674-6488. And for heavy equipment rentals in Southern California, you can call Gearlings Equipment Rentals at area 909-354-6476.
Now, friends, this is such a neat concept from Choate Machining Tool. I tell you, the pistol grip does give you some advantages in handling. If you're a police officer or if you are a homeowner, I happen to like the pistol grip stocks. I mean, they feel good. Certainly they're comfortable, give you better control. One-handed, you can put this back part of the stock under your arm here, a little downward pressure